Stop abandoning yourself. Love yourself enough that every time you are in a position which is hurting yourself. Why did I put myself in this position? Welcome back to my channel. This is officially the second episode of my journal entries, and today I want to talk about a topic which is very common but very misunderstood: self-abandonment. When we say self-abandonment, I think a lot of people stop thinking beyond the physical things like not taking care of yourself, not taking good showers, not eating well, not sleeping well. But we oftentimes miss the most important factor. We abandon ourselves mentally. We stop believing in ourselves. One of the biggest form of self-abandonment is stopping to believe in yourself. I worked at this job. That job sucked the life out of me. The entire time I was there, I was just surrounded with the most toxic people I have met, the most toxic environments, the most passive aggressive people, but I still stayed there. I stayed there until 4 months after the biggest disrespect I've had from an employer of my life. Thinking back, I could have left the very next day. There are multitude of jobs everywhere. I could have done anything, could have found anything, but I stayed there. And it was not just a little bit of toxicity. I used to come home and I used to cry. There were so many nights I finished my shift, I would come home and cry hysterically because it was so toxic and it was so taxing, but I had no idea what I can do in this situation except crying at those moments. The simplest answer did not occur to me. I can just leave, I can find another job, because I had stopped believing in myself. I had stopped believing that I'm capable of more, of better. I had stopped believing that I deserve better, I deserve more. This is not all I deserve. This is not normal, and I do not have to go through this. Nobody told me that this is what I deserve or this is what I should be going through. The only person who believed that in their head was myself. I had abandoned myself to the point where anything would go wrong in your life, you would just blame yourself. You would just punish yourself. And it is not intentional, by the way. It is very unintentional. Have you ever came home and you had a bad day and you started getting angry, would not make yourself food, you just starve yourself for the night, would go to bed, just scroll and would not sleep until 2 a.m. Even though you tell yourself that you're exhausted, you're tired of all of this, so you're just gonna give up. That giving up, is a way of just abandoning yourself, not taking care of yourself. And I had to learn it the hardest way. I stayed there for 4 months. I kept crying. There was a night I came back home and I asked myself, what am I doing? There is no way I'm going through all of this because there is no reason for me to. So what kept me for so long? The fact that I abandoned myself. The fact that I did not care enough for myself to leave that job. The fact that I had forgotten about myself, that I deserve better. So the point is, when I say self-abandonment, a lot of adults, especially adults, when we transition from our childhood to our adulthood, things change. And I feel like one of the biggest things that we cope with is the reality is nothing like we imagined when we were young. When we are young, we have a persona of the world, of what is it going to look like. We have a set of beliefs, but suddenly it changes. We grow up, we become adults, and we see the world do not look like what we thought of. The reality that we have in our head is broken. So things start to change and life gets hectic. And what do we do? What do we all do that's in common for all of us? We abandon ourselves. We get so trapped in life, we get so busy making sense out of life that we forget the most important person in our life is ourselves. Strip yourself into 2% and look how you treat yourself. And if you would not do that to any of your loved ones, do not do that to yourself. My biggest regret in life was punishing myself for everything that happened in my life. When you become adult, of course, things don't go your way. A lot of things happens in a day. You have bad days, you have bad circumstances, things don't work out your way. Of course, I didn't blame myself on paper, and trust me, I was the biggest advocate of self-love, self-care, self-confidence, how you need to take care of yourself to feel confident. But every time things went bad in my life, I punished myself. I did not went to bed until 4 a.m. I would skip so many meals day and night. I would treat myself very poorly. I would not let myself do the things that I liked, because in my head I was not allowed to enjoy my free time or my hobbies because I was not doing great in life. And it only dawned upon me how poorly I was treating myself when I did this in my head. Like, I stripped myself into two person and I asked myself the question, would I treat somebody I loved and cared for like that? No, I would not. The cheat code in succeeding in your adult life is believing in yourself, is trusting yourself. Trusting yourself is the most important part of life that a lot of us forget. You will never make a decision which is going to be 100% satisfactory. You will never choose something that will lead you to a path with no regrets. That is not ideal. The only way you build a life is trusting yourself, is believing in yourself. You believe yourself that regardless of what you choose, what you see right, you'll make it work. A right decision, it is not right to begin with. It becomes right when you trust it and you work towards it. You put your hard work in it and make it come true. Any right decision in your head that you take initially is just a belief. So if you believe it is going to be successful, it is the right decision for you, and you walk towards that, according to that, it will work for you. And a lot of us forget that. We stop believing in ourselves. We stop trusting ourselves. And we put ourselves in situations, in places we don't deserve, because we just don't believe ourselves. We just don't love ourselves like that. When we say trusting yourself, loving yourself, it is not just tangible things, not just buying yourself stuff or like just eating and sleeping on time. Of course, those are the practices that you take. But the biggest form of self-love you can give yourself is your belief. You know how when someone trusts you deeply, when someone believes in you, you feel so powerful. You feel like, some kind of achievement that they trust you, they believe in you. You just need to give it to yourself. Everything in life that we expect from other people is not their place to fulfill. And trust me, no matter how much love, respect, confidence other people will give you, it will never be enough until it will start coming from inside. All those feelings that you're craving for, validation, love, respect, whatever it is, it will never be enough until it will come from you for yourself. So the biggest form of self-love that you can give yourself is trusting yourself, believing yourself, because no matter how much you crave those things and you will get those things from other people, it will never be enough. It will never make sense to you. And the moment you will start feeding yourself those love, those care, that's the moment you start blooming. That's the moment you start trusting yourself and guiding your path in a way that eventually will lead you to success. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one with all these motivational quotes flooded in my Instagram page or TikTok page. Like, when you go down, the only way is to go up. If you have to believe something, how about you believe in positivity? You feel cringe listening to them, but those are the actual set of things. If you can really put into your beliefs, if you can really put into action, they do make difference. For the longest time, I thought that I had to achieve something in my life to be happy. I had to gain something or be doing something great to be happy. No, you just have to believe in yourself. You just have to trust in yourself. I can't explain how many times I have just sit ideally and wasted so much time that I could be happy, that I could have felt fulfilled. But I was just stupid to sit and think that I don't deserve to be happy. There is so much more I have to gain. There is so much more I have to achieve. Of course, but if you will always feel the scarcity, if you will always come from the place of lack, that is what you are going to feel for the rest of your life. Once you start feeling fulfilled with what you have and start believing in yourself that you will continue achieving this, that's when you start coming from a place of fulfillment, from happiness, and you will keep attracting those. how people, manifest things, attract things. It's simply believing positively, so you take positive actions in life and make them come true. Because what you think about is what you start believing and what you start putting your efforts into. It's not some woo-wah stuff. It's very simple. What you believe in, what you think about all day, that's what is set in your subconscious, and that's how you operate in a day-to-day life. So it all starts from a place of love and fulfillment that should come from inside of you for yourself. Once you start feeling safe with yourself, you start enjoying your company, feeling happy, feeling fulfilled, that's when you are actually in a great energy to put your effort and time into things that actually matters. And then you attract good things in life. That's how you become adult. No matter of self-sabotaging yourself, abandoning yourself will take you anywhere in life. All they are doing is making your life miserable day in and out, because you are just making your life hard for no reason. Get up. We gotta do stuff. We have no time for that.